Hi, this is
We'll
Clark
give you a couple
Profit
of quick
HBS
tips,
Blogger,
and then we'll walk through
today
an
talk
example
about
that show you
branding,
things that you can do to make sure that your brand starts off on the right foot when you start your new venture. So the first thing that you can do to make sure that your brand is working is to give yourself options. You don't want to get married to a single idea before you do some of the simple due diligence steps that we're going to show you right now, and only to find out that that idea is not available. You can't do it. There's someone else out there that's already using it, or there are some legal problems, something that's going to keep you from doing it. So give yourself some options. The other tip is to make sure search engine optimization rules our world here. So you want to be descriptive, but not too descriptive. You don't want to blend in with all of the other brands that are out there. You want to be unique while still describing your product enough in your brand to allow those search engines and other search algorithms to be able to find you easily when customers search for something like your product. So let's jump into an example and we'll show you what I'm talking about. So the example we're going to go through is pretty simple. Let's say you've got an idea for a product that you want to make and sell on, say, Amazon, Etsy, whatever you want to do. I'm trying to be as generic as I can, so it's going to be a little bit hard to be descriptive in the same way that you will be when you're dealing with your own product. But I just wanted to walk you through this kind of example so that you can get an idea of what steps are involved when you're looking at this. So with our doohickey, we're going to call it a doodad. I want to call the brand that I'm selling it under Einstein Doodads. Let's say it's something that is maybe aimed at a younger audience or is kind of whimsical, but is inventive. So Einstein works for that. I want to do Einstein. So I've given myself a little bit of leeway. Einstein Doodads, Einstein Knickknacks, Einstein Widgets, whatever you want to do, right? Edison Doodads would also work for that same kind of thing. I've got a couple of different options that I can go through. The idea, though, really is just to leave yourself open in case your first option gets shot down. So we're going to do a couple of things to make sure that our brand is available. So the first thing we're going to have you do is walk through searching to see if the website is available. So one thing you can do is just search, put in EinsteinDoodads.com and see what pops up, right? See if it comes back with this, we're having trouble finding that site. It is probably available. You can then go to GoDaddy or your preferred site to see what it would cost to register that domain. Another tool that we use pretty often is a name check site. It is NAMECHK.com. This will allow you to check a lot of different formats at the same time to see if you have an available site or username. So we can look at Einstein Doodads, hit search. It'll take just a minute. And then all green. So all of these domains are available. We can also come down here and look at username. So it looks like that username on Facebook and YouTube are available. Twitter and Instagram, interestingly or not. I have suspicion that those just aren't very searchable. So you might want to check those separately because I think that one is actually available. But the site usually is a good tool that you can use to check a lot of different places to see if your name is going to be available. They have a lot of different places that they check. A lot of these I've never heard of, so you can get a good idea of whether or not you can use that name and keep yourself consistent on all of these different social media sites as you begin to use and market your brand. Another thing that you want to make sure is that you're not going to be precluded from using that name anywhere else. So a couple of resources for that. One thing that you want to do first is a trademark search. So, for this one, just Google trademark search. And the results are going to come back. The one that you want to look for is the one that is run by, not the ads. Go down to where you see uspto.gov. and that's where you're going to be able to search the easiest to find out if there's a trademark out there that might prevent you from using the brand that you want to use. So it's going to bring you to this page. You can go to search trademarks, go to search our trademark database, and then the easiest way to do this is to just do a basic word mark search. There's your search term. You're going to want to put it in. Go for Einstein doodads. Let's do it that way. Nothing. You can also look for various spellings. So doodads. Nope. Just look for Einstein. Okay, that's going to come up with a bunch of stuff, and you'll see there are a bunch of different things. Einstein Innovations. You can look over here. The status. This is the serial number, means that it's an application. Registration number means that it's an actual trademark. This is what the word mark actually is. You can check the status of it. That's the name of the database where it has that status is TSDR. Live or dead means whether or not it's been abandoned. So if it's live, it means that it's still out there, someone's still using it, and it's something you need to worry about. Dead typically means that it's been abandoned, and you don't need to worry about it, but it still exists as something on their database that you can search. So you may need to worry about something like, the things that you would need to worry about are things that would cause confusion if you were both operating in the same place. So if Einstein Innovations is making the exact kind of thing that you are making, would someone be confused between Einstein Innovations and Einstein Doodads? The way you check that to see what kinds of things they are making is you can click on it and it'll tell you right here. The goods and services is the goods and services that they are using that mark with. You can see here they're making, Einstein Innovations makes paddle boards. Let's say for our example that we're not making paddle boards, so that's not something that we need to really worry about. We can look at Einstein pens. If you're making a pen, that's something obviously you'd want to worry about. But you can click through this and get an idea of what people are using out there that has been registered in the trademark database. Another thing that you want to worry about, let's go ahead and close that one, is Amazon. So Amazon is where people are doing a lot of their sales, naturally. So we want to make sure that no one has registered a brand with Amazon that could keep you from using it. So Amazon is zealous in searching out intellectual property. If you are using a brand that someone else has registered, and maybe they haven't registered it in the United States, but they've registered it in a place like Germany, the European Union, any of those countries, they can then register that with Amazon to verify that they are a verified brand, and Amazon will list it as a verified brand. And if you come in and someone else has that brand, they can get you taken down and stop you from operating on Amazon. So that's something you want to worry about. The easiest way to do this, just put on Amazon brand search. Okay. Amazon brand register. Oh, no, that's see all brands. So here, Amazon gives us a list of all of their brands. You can go to the E. And then start looking down and you can see what we've got. So there's an Einscan, Einski, Einstart. We don't have any registered brands on Amazon that are Einstein Doodads. So we should be okay to operate there. So far so good. We've done a check of all of those things. We know we can sign up. We can get the website, register the website. You can operate, as far as we know, with just doing a quick search without any trademark opposition, and you know that you can operate on Amazon. So having done that kind of due diligence, usually you are okay to get started and start building up some of the goodwill in your brand and get going. if any of those things are going to prevent you from going, you just want to make sure that you know that at the outset. So you can take a few minutes, really. It doesn't take long to do this kind of search. Go online, figure out, take 10 minutes, take 15 minutes, figure out what's out there, whether or not you need to rethink things. And you can be confident as you're starting your brand that you're going to be able to operate in the way that you want to. So I hope that was helpful for you. Do please give us any comments on how we can do better or what else you'd like to know, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.